Well, pretty good Wednesday with Fayette County schools returning after the summer vacation. Had some cloudiness this morning. Yeah, it was a little warm and muggy, but the rain stayed away. Pretty much the case this afternoon as well. Looks like low-end storm chances. Those will remain in place into the late week. Big story for the upcoming weekend, hot and humid conditions as we dry out. And to that end, those heat index values, which have been manageable lately, they're going to be, I think, a little more impactful. So you're going to want to plan ahead, especially for outdoor activities. Viper radar showing some activity up north of Lexington towards Cincinnati, and starting to see some intensification down here to our south with these storms. This one's been setting over southern southeastern parts of Jackson County, Anvil over to Burning Springs there, northern Clay County as well. A lot of torrential rain and lightning, probably some localized flooding issues potentially there. Right across the interstate, basically in between Livingston, the Livingston exit, and Mount Vernon, and now stretching over toward Bobtown, north of Shopville there in extreme northeastern parts of Pulaski County, and got a couple of cells there, southern Perry and just off to the southeast of Hindman there in Knott County. So not a whole lot earlier, and still everything's fairly widely scattered, but we're reaching that peak warmth of the afternoon that's helping to intensify some of the activity. Unfortunately, some torrential rain, quick flash flooding, and even reports of some fatalities this morning in Chattanooga, Tennessee, west of Nashville. Got some organized storms ongoing there, with the potential of some heavier rain still over the next few hours. We're hanging on to a flood watch there into parts of southern and southeast Kentucky. Mount Sterling, in front of Montgomery County Courthouse. Note the sunshine's back, so we're up to 88 there. It's taken a little while, but temperatures have managed to jump up a bit. Now, look at Jackson County. Near McKee, it's 77. You've got that rain-cooled air in your neck of the woods because of those storms down US 421. So along the 64 corridor, we have managed to reach the upper 80s. Elsewhere, we're in the mid-80s. We've got low 70 dew points. So, of course, the usual locations that kind of flirt around the 100-degree mark overachieve a little bit. We're seeing that, but elsewhere, those heat index values into the mid to upper 90s. There's your frontal boundary. It's going to stay put for now. Even later on in the evening, I think we'll hang on to at least a few isolated to scattered storms, possibly overnight. We start out in the upper 60s and we end up into the upper 80s, close to 90. A few little spotty leftover storms, muggy cast, the humid air not going anywhere, and that could be a little more problematic into the weekend because the front drops south, it washes out, and then we start to work some drier air in. The humidity's not going to drop, but we'll have enough sinking air to keep things mainly dry, and temperatures will be on the rise. So we lessen the chances. Can't rule out maybe a pop-up during the afternoon, but this weekend, hydrate properly, sunscreen if you've got outdoor activities. The heat and humidity, they'll be sticking around. I think we'll start to see a few pop-ups in there. And then here comes this frontal boundary, which could be a bit of a game changer late next week, getting rid of the heat and some of the humidity. But average highs 87. We are going to play above the curve into early next week. Warm, muggy, some patchy fog, especially where it's rained, and even an isolated storm or two overnight. 69 to low, 89 tomorrow. A few afternoon storms, extended forecast here. Weekend looks mainly dry and hot. Yes, some mid-90s on the table, and that will carry over into early next week with a few scattered storms each afternoon.